Namaste. This video is for all those candidates who want to appear for CUET for undergrad level. Means they want to apply for graduation courses after class 12, or some of them may be doing it even after dropping a year. In this video, I'll be telling you all those important things that you need to keep in mind while filling up the form for CUET. See, the forms are going to be out very soon. Somehow they were supposed to be by the end of February, which is very near. And there are certain things that you should know, because it was observed last year also that some children were not able to get the college of their desire or the courses that they wanted to take admission into, just because they did not pay attention to certain things which are very important for one to know about this exam. So in this video, I'll try to cover all those points, especially like subject combination that you should appear for, as well as what kind of paper is going to be there, and then the documents that you have to keep ready before filling up this form. So let's begin. As I told you in my previous video also, this CUET, the test, the exam of CUET is divided into three sections. Section 1 is about languages. Section 2 is about domain subjects, means your main subjects. And section 3 is about the general test. Now please understand, when we talk of section 1 of languages, it is again further divided into two parts. One is part 1A and part 1B. In part 1A, we have 13 languages, and in part 1B, we have 20 languages. Now, children are often confused that why is it that section of language, when their languages only, why have they been divided into two parts? So let me tell you, the first part, means part 1A, deals with the language which you are going to use as mode of instruction. Alright, there are certain students who study in English medium, there are some people who study in Hindi medium too. Alright, so जो common languages हैं, which are common languages or Indian languages which are used as mode of instruction, that language is supposed to be chosen from this section. Alright, most of the students go for English and Hindi as well. Now the second part of languages, it consists of 20 languages, and these are professional languages. The languages which you may be learning to pursue your higher studies into, which you must have studied at your school level, so that you can undergo a course into that particular language, like French, German, Russian. All right, so these languages come under this category. Okay, I hope the difference is clear. Now, section second is about domain subjects. Beta, when we talk of domain subjects, please understand, as a science student, you must be studying physics, chemistry, bio or maths. As a commerce student, your domain subjects are accounts, economics, business studies. Humanities children must be having history, economics, political science, geography. So domain subject actually consists of all those main subjects that you must have studied in class 12, and out of these subjects only you are going to make a choice to pursue your higher education. Alright, so in this section you have 27 subjects, out of which how many are to be chosen, I'll tell you later on in this video only. Now, section 3 is about the general test. General test consists of logical reasoning and GK. Now, there are many myths about this test also, whether you have to appear for it or not. So children, I would like to tell you, like if you are appearing for DU, so this test is mandatory for almost all courses, especially all professional courses. If you are appearing for any professional course, if you are filling up the form, for the choice of any professional course, so this general test is mandatory. Alright, so how to make that combination, that I'll come to. Now the next thing that I want you to do is to decide your preference list of colleges and universities. Now when we say preference list, means at least 5 universities you should be very clear in your mind which are the 5 universities that you want to apply for, and your preference, like which is at your top priority, then after that, and then after that. Similarly, you should also be ready with your preference list of courses. See, that way I understand that some of you must be thinking that is one course only that we want to apply for. But children, I would always suggest, not only as an English teacher but also as a career counselor, that you should always keep your plan B ready. Okay, 1%, you are not able to get into the university of your choice or the course of your choice. At least you should be ready with other choices too. That's why I always say that at least 5 choices you should definitely think upon. Now, let's talk about the courses with subject combinations. See, basically, the general combinations that we talk about, and you will find that like 80% of the students they fall into these categories. So, there are 3 streams: science, commerce, and humanities, which is often known as arts also. So, in science, again, we can divide it into 2 categories: one is PCM, another is PCB. Now, if you are a PCM student, if you are a PCM student, then you can go for BSc, management, BCom, BA, right? If you are a PCB student, then of course BSc, but there it has to be bio related only. BCom and BA also can be done. Now, commerce students again, like with maths and without maths. So, those who are with maths, they can opt for management courses, become honors, become pass, and BA, of course. They can switch their stream and go to humanities also. And those who are without maths, they can also go for management courses, become honors, pass, and BA also. Now, humanities children will have 2 choices. Either they go for BA or they go for BCom pass, okay, BCom program. Now, one thing I want to make clear, children, that economics honors cannot be done without maths. Even if you are a science student, but you have biology and you do not have maths, then you can't do economics honors. Same goes with commerce students also. If you don't have maths, then you can't do economics honors. All right. Now, please understand combination of subjects. See, while filling up the form in 2022, 9 subjects could be chosen. In 23, there was an option of 10 subjects that could be chosen. But in 2024, it is heard that only 5 or 6 subjects will be chosen. Okay, so we have to keep ourselves ready for this option. Now, if you get the option for 5 subjects, so please understand, you will have to take one language, either English or Hindi, which is going to act as the mode of instruction. Then after that, 3 domain subjects you should take, and domain subjects should be your main subjects which you have studied in class 12, right? And then one general test, of course. So in total, it makes 5 subjects. Then another option, if in case we get 6 subject choice, then one language, one general test, then you can choose 4 domains. All right. And in case you have means you have studied 2 languages in your class 12, then you can go for 2 languages, 3 domains, and one general test. I hope you get it. Now, the registration website is going to be coet.samarth.ac.in, and in the end of February, you are going to get the registration forms out. So please be ready. Around 250 universities are included for this exam, and 387 exam centers within India and 24 cities outside India are also there. See, some days ago it was there in the newspaper that if the number of candidates are within 1.5 for any subject, 1.5 lakhs, then this exam can be offline too. Till now the exam is online, but this time it can be offline also for some of the subjects, not for all, but for some of the subjects. All right. Now, you should know the information or documents that is required to fill up this form, and you should be ready with them. First, of course, name of the candidate, date of birth, father's name, mother's name. Now, the spellings of these names have to be exactly the same what is given in your class 10 certificate. So, when you fill your form, please be very cautious about it. Then, of course, your mobile number and email ID where you will get all the information. Then if there is any category certificate for SC, ST, OBC, so that certificate you should be ready. You will have to scan it and put it over there. Then scanned image of photograph and signature. Yes, this is mandatory for everybody. So you should have a scanned image of photograph as well as your signature. Then photo ID like Aadhaar or bank passbook or passport, that you should be ready because you will have to fill in the details, the number, Aadhaar number and everything. So please be ready with that. And yes, of course, debit or credit card or net banking details for the payment of fee. So I hope now you are equipped with all the information that you need to fill up this form. Of course, we are going to prepare for English also for CUET exam. I'll begin the classes soon. Wish you all the best. I wish and pray that you all get the universities and courses of your choice. Bye bye.